Hey guys, it's Erika. It's been a while, but I'm back with another video. Today I will be doing a book review for you guys, and that book review would be on Death Watch by Ari Berk. This book is about a boy named Silas. His father goes missing about a year ago. His father was an undertaker who used to work in this town called Litchport. But what eventually happens is Silas and his mother move back to Litchport because that's where Silas was born, but he moved away very early on in his life to this other town with his parents. So once they go back to this old creepy seaside town, his uncle takes them in. Once Silas and his mom become settled into his uncle's home, Silas becomes a bit suspicious of his uncle in his father's disappearance. He just has a feeling. So Silas leaves the house quite often and explores the town. And in exploring the town, he also finds out that his father's job as an undertaker may have not been so much an undertaker as you would think. It had to do more with ghostly matters and things like that. So as you can tell, this is mainly a ghost story. It is really done well though. It's also, I think, a coming of age story. It's about a kid who, you know, is following his father's footsteps and just growing as a person and learning to accept things, and I think it was done really, really well. I also want to point out that I don't think this book might be for everyone, but I really think that you should just give it a go anyway, just because the world building and the characters are so unique and done so well that you should read it just for that. This book takes place in an old seaside town. The way Ari Berk describes it is done so well. It feels like you're there, it's creepy, it's eerie, and I actually felt like I was thrown into like a Tim Burton film almost. Looking at the cover, it reminds me, you know, somewhat of a Tim Burton drawing, and reading this book I felt like I was in a Tim Burton film. It felt like something Tim Burton would make into a movie. It just had that feeling, in my opinion. The characters were all so raw and creepy. They were all written really well. Each one had their own backstory, and you really learned a lot about these characters that in most books you don't. You know, you just have your supporting characters and that's that, but in this you really get to know them. You really get to see who they are and just all these unique tales and all these cool things about them. And that's really why I love this book, because it has its story, but it has stories within these stories that I just think is really cool. And you do get a lot of unanswered questions, but this is a trilogy, so I'm really hoping for great things when the next one comes out. That being said, I really think that this is an underrated book. I've never seen a review done on this book before, and I think more people should read it. You know, it's really good, and like I said before, it may not be for everyone just because it is more slow paced, but I really like that because you get a lot of world building and a lot of character development and a lot of just details that you normally don't get in books, and I really, really like that for this book at least. So I really do recommend this book. I rated it 5 out of 5 stars. The writing, anyway, is beautiful. It's done really well. I felt like I was reading an adult book as opposed to a young adult book, but it is young adult. Anyway, I really do love this book. I would recommend it to all of you, and you should definitely check it out. Anyway, so that's my book review, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I know that was probably a little all over the place, but I haven't made a video in a while and I'm kind of out of the, I don't know. My next video will probably be either a tag, a discussion, or a wrap up for the end of the month, because it's almost the end of the month and I've only made like 2 videos with this one and I'm horrible. I need to work on that. School has been taking its toll on me and I apologize for that immensely. I will do my best at making more. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.